What's up, everybody? This is Alex with Shonen Flow. That's right, we're bringing it back. We're still going to have the Crap It Gamer as our Crap It Gamer section. But for all the other weird stuff, let's just keep it flow and keep it smooth, you know? I mean, this is kind of where really things took off, and so I want to kind of keep it, you know, I don't want to give it up. It's a nod to the region that I've spent most of my Japanese time, Japanese visiting time in, the Shonen region, so it means a lot to me. Hopefully, if you all are following us, just changed. We have such crappy drivers around this area now. For those of you that are watching this, I haven't watched any other thing, I've moved. It's a different realm around here. Oh, look, Amazon. Probably should keep this in mind because we've had stuff stolen off the doorstep here when we were sending them to my grandparents, so good to know. But yeah, I couldn't give it up. I couldn't give it up. But I do hope you guys enjoyed the new profile pic, background banner pic. Those were actually painted by me. Not great, but hey, I'm proud of it. It was my New Year's resolution to do stuff that is way out of my comfort zone, and we did it. So there we go. I'm still gonna try to do more. It's only April 4th, so let's do this. But for this episode, excuse me, I literally just subscribed for a 1 year subscription to, oh my god, excuse me, Game Informer. I used to get Game Informers all the time with GameStop's membership thing, and kind of didn't think anything of it, and unfortunately they're all gone. But I kept my original PlayStation, as much as I think I know about PlayStation magazines and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna go through those in various episodes, but I did just subscribe to it. I want to support them. Apparently they've been going on for 30 years, 1991, which is fist of pumps on that. And they're cool because they're not pigeonholed in anything. They do the whole gaming spectrum, at least as they used to do back then. Whereas the PlayStation magazine obviously would do PlayStation stuff, and you know, I don't know if there was an Xbox magazine. I don't really care. I don't really give a shit about the Xbox. I apologize, but I'm not an Xbox person. That's just me. Everyone has their own thing. And I never really got into Nintendo Power. I wish I did, because it would be great to see some of that stuff, but as much as I did own a lot of Nintendo systems, never got into that. So we'll occasionally do these on top of now, hopefully, as long as I get them. They don't get stolen. They should end up in my mailbox. Once a month, we'll do a Game Informer like walkthrough. And so we're going to be using something that I bought a long time ago for this specific purpose. So we got this bad boy. So this just folds like that. Has all these little notches, but we're going to keep it probably here. This folds out in the front, and what this does is you can take any magazine, book, whatever. I'm going to post this in the link for this video. It's $8 on Amazon. It's totally worth it if you're into reading something or having something sitting there. That way you can, you know, kind of sit like this and then you can read it. Totally worth it. What we're going to do, fitting enough, a Game Informer magazine. This is a 1999 March Game Informer. It's the only Game Informer from this era that I have. I have no idea why we have it or where we got it. And so that's what we're gonna mess around with today. look through it and kind of reminisce a bit. The music is also going to be linked in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud. I'll turn it down just a smidge. But it is a Haircuts for Men album. Can't show you guys right now because I only have it set for this. But it's Abandoned Malls and False Hopes. This just came out in January, so it's fairly new. But he puts out stuff all the time, so it's pretty neat. Now I have to be very careful with the camera when I flip this around because fortunately I'm using a magnetic connection and I don't want this thing to like pop out. So bear with me for a second. I'll be very gentle. And there it is. Game Informer magazine, $3.95. Yeah, baby. So there we go. Pretty neat. Now, pop this back. Okay. Hopefully, I mean, in the near future, that thing's not going to be open because it's going to be 1,000 degrees. But, oh, look at this. Duke Nukem 0 Hour. What is going on here? There we go. This is a fistful of attitude, traveling through time, taking out alien trash. A man called Duke. I think one of the I'm out of chewing gum. I think this is one of his references. Was just used in the game I've been playing lately, which is Generation Z. But freaking Nintendo 64. Look at that bad boy. I'm the good, the bad, and the bad. You're just ugly. It's quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay. So, naturally, the cover involves Siphon Filter. So, we're talking about that. What do we got here? Some Nintendo 64. I wish there was a little I wish there was something on the backside so I can kind of see what I'm doing. We got Dreamcast, PlayStation. So we got Castlevania, Duke Nukem, 0 Hour, Mario Party. We got Akuji the Heartless. What else we got in here? Warzone. Probably Warzone 2021. 21 is not a wrestling game, I think. Shenmue, which is one of the greatest Dreamcast games. Not saying there's a whole lot about the Dreamcast. That's not there. Quake 2. Got it. I actually had both of these Nintendo 64 games, so that's pretty cool. Game Boy wise, I don't really know if I don't have any of those. Bomberman Fantasy. Okay, interesting. What do we got over here? XS. Let me switch you. XS Speed. It's pretty cool. Not much of a racing person, but is that Jeff Gordon? Oh, it is Jeff Gordon. Haha. That's like one of the few racing people I know. Always love these, so I'll get into that in a second. But we got the index. No, I don't want to tease you guys too much, so we'll just go through that. But Oddworld Abe's Exodus. Oddworld was nuts. I'm planning on trying to play that at some point. I was never good at this because a lot of this is what's the word? It's your there's a specific word for it. You're leading someone. That's not the correct way to say it, but you're leading someone, and I don't like doing that kind of stuff. Oh no! Near homeless Pikachu. These are cool. We're just talking about letters from the readers. Those are very cool. I won't bother you guys with. Oh, look at that thing. Oh, some cool artwork. more talented people than me. Remember, this is 1999. So this is the Siphon Filter kind of like get-go. These are these folks' opinions, and look at that. Look at that. Pretty good. Very neat. So that gives you the cover story, but then this is all this information. And this gives you the whole kit and caboodle, so I don't want to bother you guys too much with this. But this is just really cool. You know, every single section. I actually have the Siphon Filter strategy guide. I was looking through it not too long ago. This is just a very rough there we go, kind of just rundown of what to look for and everything like that, which is pretty cool to do in a magazine. So you have your own little strategy guide in the middle of a magazine. Pretty neat. We got Driver. So apparently Driver is like the first game to use two second person in it. I think it's Driver or something related to Driver. Never played it personally, but top 20. Now this is going to be interesting. So top 25 PS games. My buddy's going to be into this one. So by the way, hope you guys enjoyed that. Look at that. These are all gifts from incredible women in my life. Lower Left Corner, I actually made that, but this features 3 people that are very, very important in my life. We got Nicole Brown up there in the corner, made that for me. My boss, Alyssa, made that for me. My grandmother made that little knit purse up there. Alicia is tied to the heart. Sarah made the kiwi. And then the dragonfly is actually related to my grandmother. So I just wanted to point that out there. But let's go through what in March 1999, what were the top 25 games of all time. Now, I'm going to send this to some friends of mine, including some people that I grew up with. So we're related, connected to this. What do you think about this? So this is the top 25 games. Again, 1999. We're a couple years away from the PS2 becoming a thing. So what do you think? At number 25, the NHL series. At number 24, Suikoden. At number 23, the Game Days series. Man, I don't know if they're called Game Days anymore. At number 22, Bust a Move. Incredibly enough, considering this is on the cover, at number 21 is Siphon Filter. But it was pretty new at this point. At number 20, Wipeout. Don't have it, never played it, but I know what it is. At number 19, Warhawk. I mean, does anyone remember Warhawk? In some of these games, I don't even remember them anymore. Definitely remember this, and I now have an even more personal connection to this because an incredible person I've met loves this game. But Spyro the Dragon at number 18. At number 17 is the Madden series, which, again, I don't think anyone remembers the Game Days series, but there's Madden. We all know Jet Moto, one of the few racing games I ever played, at number 16. Final Fantasy Tactics, which there's so many Final Fantasies, and I have only recently gotten into the Final Fantasy, but very cool. Final Fantasy Tactics is on there. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I think I played this one, but I could be wrong. I played a Castlevania not too long ago. It wasn't all that fantastic, but maybe it wasn't a PS1. It might have been... It actually could have been Super Nintendo. I don't know for sure. At number 13 is Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Hey, at number 12 is Hot Shots Golf. One of my favorite golf games. Really the golf game that really got me in and everything. Golf Wise is right there. And then Cool Borders. Kind of the precursor to the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater series. Along with 2 Extreme. 2 Extreme really got me into that stuff. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater just took it to another level, but definitely not surprised to see that up there. So, actually, before we get into that, we have the worst. Is this how this? Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23. Okay, definitely. Okay, these are the 25 worst games. I don't think there's an actual order, but here we go. We got Roscoe McQueen, No Clue. High Octane, Critcom. I actually have this on Sega Saturn, and I can't speak to any of that because I suck at freaking finding. Oh my god, the freaking captain just ran by. But that's a story within itself. But I played this on Sega Saturn, and meh. Courier Crisis, I can kind of see why, but as a former bike courier, it's kind of cool. The Incredible Hulk, The Pantheon Saga, never played it. Psychic Detective, never played it. Fox Hunt, never played it. Fantastic Four, never played it. Iron Man X, never played it. Siberia, not on the PlayStation, but I think I might have it on the Sega Saturn. I could be wrong. World Tour Golf, okay. Well, maybe I never played it. The Spawn and the Eternal, I understand why, but I definitely have it, and it's worth a lot of money, so I don't give a shit. Killing Zone, never played it. Ninja Shadow, this, I might know what this is, and if it's what I think it is, I'm actually going to play it at some point. This was on a demo disc with the only wrestling game I've ever played that I really enjoyed, and so I'm going to visit this. So keep this in mind. I might actually play this and see it through. But Ninja Shadow of Darkness. DEFCON 5, I actually really enjoyed this game, so I disagree with this one. I can understand why it's a bit tedious and repetitive, but I did enjoy this one. There's a lot of nostalgia on this one. Nostalgia on that one. Spice World. Never played it. We have it. Can't say anything. Creature Shock, nope. Dragonheart, nope. Chronicles of the Sword, nope. Slamscape, nope. The Rise of the Robots, nope. Starwinder, Float Runner, Time Commando, The Crow. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know the other ones. But I definitely want to see if Ninja Shadow of the Darkness is what I think it is. And then now in the top 10, let's do number 10, Ridge Racer. Wow, Ridge Racer. Never played it. Know what it is, but never played it. Number 9, at this point, Twisted Metal 2. Absolutely know it. Have absolutely played it. Have played it not that long ago. Special game for so many reasons. Big Boss and I have played this one many a times. I would love to play it again at some point in my life before I go. But yeah, love Twisted Metal 2. Kind of crazy that this is only number 8, but I think this is also like a year after it came out. But Metal Gear Solid is one of the greatest games. Well, in my opinion, Metal Gear Solid is probably the third best game in the series. In my opinion, Metal Gear 4 is the best just because of how emotional it gets. But it's not emotional if you don't play Metal Gear Solid or watch it. So, I get it, but this should be probably higher. But it was also only out for, a year at this point. Tenchu. I didn't appreciate back then the importance of this game, but these two games really were the harbingers of the stealth genre of video games. This one was a little more forgiving. Still combined that Metroid having to come back, unlock things, do stuff. Whereas Tenchu was just all about don't get caught whenever you can and just drop down on people and kill them, you know. It was just so cool. I have not played the third, fourth, or however many on. I would love to, but a great game. Really, really fantastic game. A bit brutal, but fantastic game for its time. Number 6 is Tekken 3, which is a fighting game, so I've never really played it. I played demos of it, and yeah, I was terrible at it, but I loved the gameplay and the graphics and everything. It was a lot of fun. I suck at those. Tomb Raider 2, it's just incredible to think of Tomb Raider 2. There she is right there in all her glory. That now we're how many games in, but yeah, Tomb Raider 2. I just remember in Tomb Raider 1, having to escape the T-Rex was just an experience within itself. Not the best at these, but I would love to go back and play them now as an adult and a little bit smarter, because I think those games were a little beyond me as a kid. But makes sense considering how big Tomb Raider was. Number 4 is Gran Turismo. Again, not a racing person, but I understand the realism with these games. I own Gran Turismo 4 with like the beefiest steering wheel system possible, so I get it. It's weird, but hey, if you're a racing person, cool, man, go for it. Number 3 is Crash Bandicoot Warped. Never got into the Crash Bandicoot series as much as I should have. 3D platformer, more akin to, I guess Bomberman Hero was like one of the first 3D platformers, because I never got into Super Mario 64, which I am also going to try to do that. But yeah, I mean, he was the dude for PlayStation for so long, so I get it. Makes sense. At number 2 is Resident Evil 2, which is one of the most terrifying games I've ever seen that I have not played. I used to keep a plastic shotgun underneath my bed for quite a while my uncle played that. But another game I'm definitely going to revisit. I think there's a remade version, which I would love to like play. You know, especially if it's revamped, and so, you know, idiots like me can just revive, then I might have to give that a shot. But I think this is the one that really put Resident Evil on the map. And then survival games as a whole, I think this really put survival games as a whole on the map. So I totally understand this. And then, yeah, I mean, I've just played the revamped one. I'm pissed off I can't play the newest revamped, the second chapter of this. So I'm going to have to watch it on YouTube. But never, I played it for a brief moment on the original PlayStation. I got my ass handed to me by the Scorpion-ish first boss, and never looked back. So I'm glad I was able to play it on the PlayStation 4, and I can't wait to watch the second on the PS5, because although we have a PS5, I don't have access to it, and I don't know if I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll wait. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait, and then the final. I think there's 3 chapters to it, but it doesn't surprise me. Final Fantasy 7 is making this list. But there you go. So that's top 25 PlayStation games. So very cool. Time period. What else do we got? Got some GI news. So we got Donkey Kong. Well, Donkey Kong 64 barely even existed in this time period. Primary colors of Pokemon. This was still a huge thing going on. It was the Pokemon stuff. I swear to God. I'll have to go through that one of these days. Show you guys my Pokemon collection. If anyone's interested, let me know. Titus. Monster trucks. Okay. Resident Evil the movie. This is pretty interesting. So, they were thinking about, at the time, it was going to be Jason Patric and Samantha Mathis. Samantha Mathis is famous to me and a lot of old school video game folks. If you've ever seen one of my basically my favorite movie all time, which is the Super Mario Brothers movie, she's Princess Daisy in that one, which is pretty freaking awesome. It ended up obviously not being them, and they ended up making the Resident Evil movie. But yeah, this is what they thought at the time. So kind of neat there. You got all the new releases. Anything in particular that stands out? March. Gex is a huge thing, but that's all PS. X. Quake. Just because I have it, Quake 2 came out in 3/16/1999. That's crazy. That's so cool. Cool advertisement right there. WCW Nitro. Pretty neat little review on Castlevania 64. Mario Party. Always cool. Oh, it didn't get that great of reviews though. Wow. Duke Nukem 0 Hour. Rude, crude, and in the mood. And then Akuji the Heartless. Look at that. There we go. Look at that Siphon Filter. It's incredible to think it's basically a quarter century old now game. That's unreal. Shadow Madness. I can't say I've ever played that or never owned it. Civilization was something my dad played. Probably ended up playing. He's into that like strategy style stuff. Sorry, we're starting to lean a little. Rampage was a fighting game, so not that into it, but very cool. Legend of Legaia. Never played it. I don't know if I have it on mod. But not that there's a half-naked Noah right there. I might have to do that. Alien Resurrection. I've always had a bad affinity with the Alien series when it comes to games. My worst nightmares are from there. This one, though, Resident Evil meets Tenchu. I'm going to have to look into this. Samurai Legend. I don't know if I have this on mod, but I'm sure I can find it. But yikes. Sounds kind of brutal. Then, of course, we have the imports. I don't know why Triple Play is on the imports. Oh, this one just happens to be an import, but we got Triple Play, Warzone, Final Fantasy. I apologize, I have to pee. Actually, I gotta pee, so I'm gonna do a quick break, and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. So we got Sonic Adventure, which is a Dreamcast, which I might have this on mods, but I'm really skeptical about my 60 Dreamcast mod emulator, so we'll see. Well, this is all Dreamcast. I see. Cool. Look at that. Ugh. Look at that. Get more Dreamcast previews. So we have Grandia 2 incoming. I don't know why Shenmue wasn't like the head front, because this is probably the most coveted Dreamcast game of all time is Shenmue. What is this one? What is this? Machinery, Magic, and Mayhem. Oh, Evolution. I see Evolution. Honestly, this looks very Tail Concerto. This isn't Tail Concerto, is it? I don't think it is. If it is, I'm gonna be pissed off. What's this? GIP. Where DOS? Oh, this is all PC. So there's some PC stuff going on here. Don't really give a damn. Arcade. Excuse me. Arcade Brigade. Also, don't really give a damn about this stuff, but still very cool. I think we were talking about this at the time. At a glance, see it. Quake 2. Got it. Been there, done that. Can always play this if you. I had this on the Nintendo 64. Definitely gonna have to play this one of these days. And then PlayStation, don't. Wow, that's bit yikes. Okay, but this is just a cool, really cool way to show all these people and their very, very gifted artwork and stuff. Look at that. Very cool. Oh my god, FuncoLand. I have a little FuncoLand thing, but FuncoLand is defunct. Oops. Okay, we're starting to lean a little. Not gonna lie, we're starting to lean a bit. PlayStation 1. So we got Blast Radius, which I don't really remember that. I don't really remember Freestyle Boarding, or I mean, I never played basketball games. Final Fantasy or oh my god, Fisherman's Bait. I have it, played it. I just played it a couple of years ago. I have a great video of that one, but my sister and I used to play this one all the time. What's this? Distrega? I don't know Distrega, and I don't know Bomberman Fantasy Race. But yeah, Fisherman's Bait. Man. That's nostalgic. Centipede. I think I kind of remember playing a demo of Centipede. This is like a 3D version of Centipede. Eliminator, not so much. Don't remember this. Shadow Madness. I don't remember this, but it looks pretty gnarly. Seventh Cross. Don't remember this. Climax Ladders. Tetris 4D. One-liners. Link's Awakening. I remember this on the Game Boy Color. Yeah, I really don't remember a lot of these games. Street Access. Oh, these are all helpful hints. This is really cool. These are all cheats. So before you had access to the internet, this was the way to cheat. So these would give you all the helpful hints that you needed, which is really cool. Very cool stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I used to use CheatCC once I finally had internet access. Spyro. What else we got in here? Oddworld, but there's not a lot for that one. Kageru. Yeah, I'm gonna try to play that one of these days. I'm gonna get my ass handed to me about 1,000 times. Then there's Game Shark info and all that stuff. And then your game index. And you got some classic stuff. which is very cool. Last page. There we go. So there you go. That's kind of what the Game Informer of 24 years ago looked like. So hopefully the next time we see one, you guys will get to see how much has changed. I'm going to see how much has changed because I haven't seen a Game Informer since probably 2014-ish or so. I think is when the last time I got a Game Informer. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that little blast from the past. Like I said, I have about 8 or 9 more other PlayStation magazines, so they're not going to be as quite as encompassing. What's kind of cool is they're like little time capsules of what video games were back in the day. So I think it's kind of cool. So yeah, if you like this, hopefully you guys will tune in again next time. But it's nice again to say that I am Alex with Shonen Flow. I am part of the Crap Pit Gamer kind of. This is kind of like the semi Crap Pit Gamer thing, but really this is Shonen Flow. And yeah, as always, keep it smooth, keep it flow. I'll see you soon. Till then.